A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tamam bil khair. Assalamu alaikum. Let us begin. How much do you think you remember, Adnan, from what we learned last week? How much do you think you'll remember from the previous lesson?
هذا يوم العطلة.
Hata yawmul utlati. Very good. How do we say it as a working day?
هذا يوم العمل.
Very good. Hata yawmul amali. What are you going to do? How do you say what? What is?
I have 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. What are you doing?
How do you say what? What is mata?
ماذا.
So if you say you and verb, you are going to do, it will start with ta. When I'm speaking to you, you are going, you are reading, you are going to do. It will all start with sir, or it will start in fact with sir because it's going to do later. What will you do? So it will be sir, sir. And what will be the rest?
ماذا. English sir.
Yes, sir.
ماذا
Satafalu.
ستفعل.
Mata satafalu.
ماذا ستفعل.
How will you ask this question to a girl? What are you going to do, oh Fatima?
ماذا ستفعلين يا فاطمة.
Very good. Mata satafalina ya Fatima. How do you say this, Sadia? What are you going to do, oh Fatima?
What are they?
How do you say? So this question is for Sadia. How will you say, what are you going to do, oh Fatima?
ماذا ستفعل يا فاطمة.
Satafalina.
ستفعلين يا فاطمة.
Very good. Satafalu you will say to masculine. To feminine you will make it satafalina. How will you ask? Question again to Sadia. How will you ask? When are you going home, oh Adnan? How do you say when?
متى
Very good, Mata.
متى ستذهب
Very good. Mata satadhabu.
يا عدنان.
How do you say to the house?
إلى المنزل.
Very good. Ilal manzili or ilal baiti? Ya Adnan. So mata satadhabu ila al manzili. Ya Adnan. Very good, Satya. How if you had to ask the same question to a girl, you had to ask this question to Fatima, then how will you ask it?
متى ستذهب
How did you say, what are you going to do, oh Fatima?
وماذا ستفعلين.
Right. So tafalu became
Satazhabina.
Correct. So tadhabina. Very good. Mata satadhabina ilal manzili ya Fatimatu. Very good. Now Adnan, how do you say I am going to wash clothes?
Azhabu.
Athabu is I will go. How do you
Okay.
say I will wash? I wash is aghsilu.
Aghsilu ala malabisa.
Al malabisa. So aghsilu al malabisa.
Aghsilu al malabisa.
Now question again to you, Adnan. How do you say I am going to recite the Quran?
Right. Aghsilu. Aghsilu al.
Aghsilu is I will wash.
Okay.
How do you say I will read
So,
or I will recite?
Aqra'ul Qur'ana.
Very good. So aqra'ul Qur'ana. How do you say working day, Sadia? It is a working day. You say Yaumul Amali.
Yawmul Amal.
Yaumul Amali is day of work. How do you say holiday? Yaumul Utlati. Yaumul Utlati is holiday. How do you say clothes?
Malabisa.
Malabisa. Very good. Malabisa is Malabisun is clothes. Though clothes, when it is eaten, it become al malabisa. How do you say dishes? Dishes is atbaq. Atbaqun is dishes. Sadia, how do you say he washes? He washes or he is washing clothes. How do you say he is washing? How did we say I will wash clothes? We said so. How do we say I wash, Adnan? I wash is aghsilu. Aghsilu al malabisa. Okay, that is I will wash clothes. Now we want to say he is washing clothes. How do we say he is washing clothes? How do we say he is washing clothes? How do we say this, Sadia? So aghsilu is I will wash. How do we say he is washing? Now this is present tense or future tense?
Present tense.
Present tense. So will I put so or will I not put so?
You won't put so.
I will not put so. Aghsilu is I will wash. Aghsilu is I wash. How do we say he washes or he is washing? What is the word for he? You will say yaghsilu.
Yaghsilu.
So aghsilu is ana, I. Yaghsilu is he washes. How do we ask if you call up to your friend and you want to ask, are you washing clothes? How will you ask this? How do you say you wash?
Taghsilu.
Aghsilu is I wash.
No, taghsilu.
Yeah, taghsilu or to female. How will you ask the question to a female? Taghsilina.
Taghsilu.
Taghsilina is you are washing feminine. Okay, question to Adnan. Let us see if you remember this. How do you say when do you wake up? How do you say when, Adnan? When is mata?
Mata.
How do you say you wake up? How do you say when do you wake up, Adnan? You say mata
متى
tastayqidu.
متى تستيقظ
Mata tastayqidu. When do you wake up? Mata tastayqidu. How do you say, Adnan? I wake up around Fajr time.
تستيقظ
أستيقظ
الفجر
عند الفجر. أستيقظ عند الفجر.
أستيقظ عند الفجر.
How do we say this, Sadia? Where do you pray Fajr? How do you say where? Sadia.
Aina.
Aina, very good. Aina is where? How do you say you pray?
Tusalli.
Tusalli al-Fajr. Aina tusalli al-Fajr. Is where do you pray Fajr Salah? How do you say this, Sadia? I pray Fajr in the masjid. How do we say I pray? Are you with us, Sadia?
Asalli.
Usalli. Usalli is I pray.
Asalli.
Usalli. How do you say Fajr as the detail? I pray what? I pray Fajr Salah. Usalli al-Fajr
Fil masjidi.
fil masjidi. Very good. Usalli al-Fajr fil masjidi. How do we say this, Sadia? Do you sleep after prayers? Do is hal. How do you say you sleep?
Hal tanamu.
Very good. Hal tanamu.
Ba'da salati.
Very good. Hal tanamu ba'da salati. Do you sleep after salah? How do you say this? No, I don't sleep after salah.
La.
La.
La anamu ba'da salat.
Very good. La anamu ba'da salati. No, I don't sleep after salah. How do we say this, Adnan? What do you do after salah?
هل تنام بعد الصلاة؟
Hal tanamu ba'da salati is, do you sleep after salah?
Oh.
How do you say what?
ماذا
Very good. Mata do you do?
ماذا
How did we say this? How did we say? What are you going to do? Mata?
ماذا ستفعل؟
Mata satafalu. But here, it is not going to do. It is only do. What do you do after salah? It's same. So satafalu is you are going to do or you will do. But what do you do regularly?
ماذا تفعل
Very good. Mata tafalu.
بعد الصلاة؟
Ba'da salati. Very good. Brilliant. Mata tafalu. Ba'da salati. So tafalu, was it present tense or future tense? ستفعل. ستفعل is future. And what is تفعل? تفعل is present tense. So it is what you're doing now or what you do regularly or habitually is تفعل. ماذا تفعل بعد الصلاة? How do we say this Quran? Adnan, I recite the Quran.
أقرأ القرآن.
Aqra'ul Quran. Very good, brilliant. Aqra'ul Quran. I recite the Quran. And when do you go to school? How do you say when? When is mata?
متى؟
How do you say you go?
متى تستيقظ؟
Tastayqidu is you wake up.
أوكي متى
Tadhabu.
تذهب إلى
Madrasa. Ilal madrasati. What is the full answer?
ومتى تذهب إلى المدرسة؟
Very good. Mata tadhabu ilal madrasati. I go at 7 o'clock. Adhabu as-sa'ata as-sabiyata. As-sabiyata is 7. So this literally means I go at the 7th hour. As-sa'ata is the hour. As-sabiyata is the 7th. In Arabic, the adjective comes after the noun. You first put the noun and you'll then put the adjective. So you say I go at the 7th hour. As-sa'ata as-sabiyata. How do we say Sadia? He is sleeping. We say Yanamu. Yanamu is he is sleeping.
Yanamu.
How do we say he wakes up or he is waking up?
He wakes up.
How do you say when do you wake up? You say Mata?
Mata tastayqiz.
Mata tastayqidu. Very good. Mata tastayqidu is when do you wake up? No, you wake up is tastayqidu. How do we say he wakes up?
Yastayqiz.
Very good. Yastayqidu is he wakes up. How do we say Adnan? He goes or he is going. How did you say this? When do you go to school? Mata?
ومتى تذهب إلى المدرسة؟
Very good, brilliant. How did you say you go? Which word in this answer means you go?
تذهب.
Tadhabu. So, you go is tadhabu. How will we say he goes? I think I said the answer. What is the answer?
يذهب.
Very good. Yadhabu. Yadhabu is he goes. Yadhabu is he goes. So how do we say he goes or he is going?
يذهب.
Yadhabu. How did we say 7 o'clock? As-sa'ata as-sabiyata.
Yata.
As-sa'ata, as-sabiyata is 7 o'clock. How do we say car? What is the word for car, Sadia?
Sayara.
Sayara. Now, how will you say if you've gone for an umrah and you want to say, I want a taxi? Or you want to say, I need a taxi. How will you say, I need a taxi? Or how do you say, I need?
Uridu sayaratun.
Very good. So, uridu is I need. As-sayarata rata al-ujra. Al-ujra means for hiring or for rent. You'll say uridu sayarat al-ujra. Okay, I want a taxi car. That's what it literally means. Uridu sayarat al-ujra. This is ujra. It means I need a taxi car. Sayara is simply car. How do we say bus? Bus is hafila. Hafilatun is bus. Sayaratun is car. Sayaratun is car. Hafilatun is bus. Train is qitar. Train is qitarun. Qitarun is train. How do we say school? Adnan. School is madrasa. Madrasatun is school. Okay, we'll do an exercise. So Adnan, you'll read what is in blue, and Sadia, you will read what is in green. Okay, and we'll do practice making sentences.
Okay.
So first, what is this, Adnan? What is written here in blue?
Aina tusalli al-fajra.
Aina tusalli al-fajr. What is written here?
Tusalli al-fajra fil masjidi.
Tusalli al-fajr fil masjidi. So you have to convert this to second person. So yusalli al-fajr means he reads fajr. Okay, but when you're asking a question, you will say tusalli al-fajr. You say aina tusalli al-fajr, and Sadia will answer usalli al-fajr fi al-masjidi. Al-masjidi is the second word. So yaqra'ul Qur'ana is he reads the Quran. Now how will you ask, Adnan? Where do you read the Quran? How will you say where? Where is aina? So say aina. And how you say you read the Quran? You say aina taqra'ul Qur'ana. How will you say, Adnan? Where do you read the Quran? You're on mute, Adnan.
Sorry, Safia. Aina tusalli al-fajra.
Very good. Usalli aina tusalli al-fajr, and what will your answer be, Sadia?
Akraul Qurana fi musalli.
fil musalla. And the first one? Aina tusalli al-fajr? And the answer you have to give it masjid.
Salli al-fajra fil masjidi.
Very good. Tusalli al-fajr fil masjid. Second one, Adnan. Aina?
Where is it, Safia?
Yes, sure. This picture.
Okay. Akhra'ul Qur'ana al-Musalli.
No. You have to say Aina taqra'ul Qur'ana. Where do you read the Quran? So what will you say? Aina?
Aina taqra'ul Qur'ana.
Very good. Satya? Aqra'ul Qur'ana
Akra'ul Qur'ana fil musalli.
musalla.
Musalla.
Very good. This one, Adnan. Where do you see TV? How will you say where do you see TV? Aina?
I can't see a screen.
Can you see the screen now?
No, it shows just teacher's screen and it's black.
Okay, let me share again. Let me know if you can see it
No,
now.
I can see somewhere.
Can you see it now, Adnan?
Yes, Safia, now I can see.
Okay, very good. Now we are doing this one.
Okay. Ashhadu an taghfar.
So you have to say where do you see TV? So you'll say Aina. Yushahidu is he sees. You see will be tushahidu.
Aina tushahidu.
Aina tushahidu at-tilfaza. So again, full sentence.
Aina tuhadhidu al-fajr.
Tushahidu
Tushahidu
at-tilfaza.
at-tilfaza.
At-tilfaza is television. What will the answer be, Sadia? How do you say I watch TV?
Ashahidul
Ushahidu.
Ushahidul talfaza fil ghurfati.
Very good. Ushahidu tilfaza fil ghurfati. In the room. This one, Adnan. Where do you make wudu?
Aina tatawaddau.
Very good. Brilliant. Aina tatawadda'u. Sadia.
Atawaddau fil hamami.
Brilliant. Atawadda'u fil hamami. What does it mean?
I make wuzu in the bathroom.
I make wuzu in the bathroom. Very good. This one, Adnan. Where do you wash the dishes? How do you say this, Adnan? Where do you wash dishes? You will say Aina.
Sorry, Aina aghsilu al-tabha.
Taghsilu. Taghsilu al-atbaqa. Again, Adnan. Aina. Aina taghsilu al-atbaqa. Again. Aina al-atbaqa.
al-atbaqa.
Very good. Sadia. I wash dishes.
أغسل الأطباق في المطبخ.
Very good. What is al-matbakh?
Kitchen.
Kitchen. Very good. This one, Adnan. Where do you sleep? How will you ask, where do you sleep? You will say Aina. Are you there, Adnan?
Yes, صاحبي.
Yes. Where do you sleep?
أين ينام
Aina yanamu. Where does he sleep? How do you say, where do you sleep?
أين تنام
Very good. Aina tanamu. Sadia?
أنام في غرفة النوم.
Nomi. Namu fi ghurfatin nomi. This one. How do you say, Adnan? Where do you wash the clothes?
صاحبي 1 minute صاحبي.
Okay, so let me do your part. Aina taghsilul malabisa.
أغسل الملابس في الحمام.
Very good. Now, let us do this one. So, can you read this passage, Sadia? Yastayqitu tahirun.
يستيقظ طاهر عند الفجر ويتوضأ في البيت ويذهب إلى المسجد يصلي طاهر الفجر في المسجد طاهر يقرأ القرآن ولا ينام بعد الصلاة.
Very good. So, you have to read, you have to see, refer this passage and answer these questions. What is the first question?
متى يستيقظ طاهر؟
Very good. What is the answer?
يستيقظ طاهر عند المسجد.
No, in the masjid is at the masjid.
في المسجد.
What is mata?
Where?
No, where is aina?
Mata is when.
Mata is when. When does Tahir wake up? So when does Tahir wake up?
Fajr time.
Correct. So how do you say at Fajr time? So yastayqidu Tahirun inda al-fajri.
يستيقظ طاهر عند الفجر.
Inda al-fajri. Inda al-fajri is at Fajr time. What's the second question?
أين يتوضأ؟
Very good. Aina yatawadda'u.
ويتوضأ في البيت.
Very good. Yatawadda'u fil bayti. Third question.
أين يذهب؟
Aina yadhabu. Answer?
يذهب إلى المسجد.
Very good. Yadhabu ila al-masjidi. Fourth.
أين يصلي الفجر؟
Yusalli al-fajra.
فجر. يصلي فجر في المسجد.
Very good. Yusalli al-fajra fil masjidi.
هل ينام بعد الصلاة؟ ولا ينام بعد الصلاة.
La yanamu ba'da salati.
لا ينام بعد الصلاة.
Does he sleep after salah?
No,
No.
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No, he does not sleep. So you have to say la is no. He does not sleep is la anamu. La yanamu. So la yanamu ba'da salati. Mata yafalu ba'da salati. What is the last answer? Mata yafalu ba'da salati.
ماذا يفعل بعد الصلاة؟
Yep, we'll let Sadia answer, Adnan. So what does he do, Sadia, after Salah?
He doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep, but what does he do?
He prays.
It's in the passage. Which is the line which tells what is he doing after Salah?
He reads Quran.
Yeah, very good. So how do you say it in Arabic?
يقرأ القرآن بعد الصلاة.
Very good. Yaqra'ul Qur'ana ba'da salati. How do you say, Adnan, when do you wake up on holidays? Let me just hide the answers.
No.
How do you say that, Adnan? How do you say when do you wake up on holidays? How do you say when?
هل
No, hal is do. Hal is yes or no. But how do you say when?
when
When is mata?
okay mata
How do you say you wake up?
when do you wake up? When do you wake up? Maza
Mata tastayqidu. Mata tastayqidu. Yawm al-utlati. You remember? Hada yawm al-utlati. Here it is detailed. When do you wake up? When? On holidays. So you'll say yawma al-utlati. How do you say when do you wake up on holidays? Mata tastayqidu. Mata tastayqidu yawm al-utlati. How do you say this, Adnan? When do you wake up on holidays? How do you say this, Adnan? Very good. Mata tastayqidu yawm al-utlati. How do you say when do you wake up on working days? How do we say this, Adya? When do you wake up on working days? How do you say when do you wake up?
متى تستيقظ؟
Mata tastayqidu. How do you say working days? Yawm al-amali.
يوم العمل.
You say yawma al-amali. On school days or on class days, you'll say yawm ad-dirasati. Ad-dirasati. It comes from madrasa. Madrasa is school. Dirasa is studies. How do you wake? When do you wake up on studying days or school days? You will say mata tastayqidu yawma dirasati. Yawm al-amali is working day, days of work. How do we say this, Sadhya? I wake up early. How do you say I wake up? I wake up is astayqidu. Astayqidu early is mubakkiran. How do you say early, Sadhya? Early is mubakkiran.
Mubakkiran.
Mubakkiran is early. Astayqidu mubakkiran is
I wake up early.
I wake up early. How do you say I wake up late? How do you say I wake up?
Astayqidu
Astayqidu mutaakhiran.
mutakhir.
Mutaakhiran. Mutaakhiran is late. How do we say, Sadhya, I wake up late?
Astayqidu mutakhiran.
Very good. How do we say, Adnan, I wake up late? What is this answer, Adnan? I wake up late. How do we say I wake up late? You're on mute, Adnan.
Oh, sorry. Astayqidu mutakhira.
Mutaakhiran. Astayqidu mutaakhiran is I wake up late. How do you say I wake up early?
I wake up early will be astayqidu mubakkiran.
Very good. Astayqidu mubakkiran is I wake up early. How do we say, Adnan, I wake up late?
Astayqidu
Mutaakhiran. Again?
Astayqidu mutakhiran.
Astayqidu mutaakhiran is I wake up late. What is astayqidu mubakkiran?
Wake up early.
I wake up early. Astayqidu mutaakhiran? What is astayqidu mutaakhiran? Adnan, what is the meaning of astayqidu mutaakhiran?
I wake up late.
I wake up late. Very good. How do you say I wake up early?
Astayqidu mutabakkiran.
Mubakkiran. Mubakkiran. How will you say, Sadia, the bus is early? How do you say the bus?
Hafila.
The buses? How do you say the bus? Al-hafilatu.
Al-hafi.
Al-hafilatu. And how do you say early?
Mubakkiran.
Mubakkiran. How do you say the bus is early, Sadia?
Al-hafilatu mubakkiran.
Al-hafilatu mubakkiran. How do you say the bus is late?
Al-hafilatu mutakhiran.
Al-hafilatu mutakhiran. How will you say the flight is late? The flight is at-ta'ira.
At-taira mutakhiran.
Very good. At-ta'iratu mutakhiran. At-ta'iratu mutakhiran. The flight is late. How do you say this, Adnan? When do you wake up? When is mata?
Mata tastayqidu.
Very good. Mata tastayqidu. When do you wake up? How do you say I wake up late?
Astayqidu mutaakhiran.
Very good. Astayqidu mutaakhiran. I wake up late. What do you do in the morning? How do we say this, Sadia? How do you say what do you do?
Maza taf'alu
Mata tafalu?
fil subh.
Very good. You're correct. Mata tafalu fi?
Fi
How do you say morning? Fi as-sabahi.
fi subh.
As-sabahi. How do you say what do you do in the morning? Sadia?
Maza taf'alu fi subh.
Fi sabahi. Or you can just say mata tafalu sabahan. That is also correct. Mata tafalu sabahan is what do you do in the morning? Mata tafalu sabahan, or you can say fis sabahi. What do you do in the morning? Or you can say what do you do mornings? Sabahan. Both are correct. Like you said, mubakkiran is early. Mutaakhiran is late. You can just say mata tafalu sabahan. What do you do mornings? That will also be correct. So you can either say mata tafalu sabahan or mata tafalu fis sabahi. Mata tafalu fis sabahi. How do you say I watch TV? Do you remember, Sadia? How do you say I watch TV? I watch is ushahidu. Ushahidu.
TV.
Ushahidu TV, or in Arabic it is at-tilfaza. Ushahidu
At-tilfaz.
at-tilfata is TV. Ushahidu at-tilfaza. How do you say I read a newspaper or a book? How do you say I read?
Qiraat.
How do you say I read?
Qiraat.
Aqra'u.
Aqra.
Aqra'u. Sahifatan. Sahifatan is newspaper. How do you say book?
Kitabu.
Kitaban.
Kitab.
Here it is I read what? I read a book. It is detailed. I read what? I read a book. So it will be kitaban. Aqra'u sahifatan aw kitaban. Aqra'u is I read. How do you say read? Read a book every day. How will you say read?
Qirat.
Iqra. So aqra'u is I read.
Ikra.
This is I read. Read a book. If I give a command, it will be Iqra. Iqra is read. And this is what Jibreel alayhi salam tells to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam when he meets him. So he says Iqra. This was in Mount Hira, in cave Hira. He says Iqra. He said read. And Huzur sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I do not know how to read. But what does Jibreel say? And he again says read. Iqra bismi rabbik. Read in the name of your Lord. So he says Iqra, which is a command. But if you want to say habitual action, I read, you will say aqra'u. Aqra'u is I read. So how do you say, Sadia, I read a newspaper or a book? You'll say aqra'u
اقرأوا صحيفة أو كتابا.
or kitaban.
أو كتابا.
How do we say this, Adnan? I wake up around Fajr time. How do we say I wake up? Get on mute, Adnan. How do we say this, Adnan? I wake up around Fajr time.
Astayqizu indal fajra.
Indal Fajri. Astayqidu indal Fajri. How do we say this, Sadia? I wake up around Fajr time. How do we say this, Sadia? I wake up around Fajr time. You say astayqidu indal Fajri. The inda will make the word after it to have kasra. So it will be astayqidu indal Fajri. Okay, last question, Sadia. If you answer this, we stop here. Where do you pray Fajr? How do you say where? Okay, Sadia's lost connection. How do we say this, Adnan? Where do you pray Fajr? How do you say where? Where is Aina? Aina?
Tusalli al-fajra.
Aina tusalli al-fajr. How do we say this, Adnan? Where do you pray Fajr?
ماذا هل
Aina tusalli al-fajr.
أين تصلي الفجر؟
Again, Adnan. Where do you pray Fajr? How do we say it? Again?
أين تصلي الفجر؟
Very good. Without saying?
أين تصلي الفجر؟
Aina tusalli al-fajr. Okay. So we close here. Subhanallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Wastaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam. Jazakallah khair.
Wayakum.
Walaikum assalam. Jazakallah khair.
Wayakum.